years ago, while I was still on the highway patrol, I was honored to get to go to a conference in the state of Louisiana. And it was close to Mardi Gras season, and so it was a captain over the Louisiana State Police that wanted to take us to show us what it was like there around the Mardi Gras. And so we went to all of that, and we started walking around the streets, and it really shocked me. I had seen pictures of the Mardi Gras and all that happened there, but it never really dawned on me exactly what it was like to be a part of the experience. I certainly didn't want to go into any of the places that, were big alcohol bars and whatever. And so our group, we just walked down the street. And what really amazed me was that they're known for their topless bars, and I thought, well, as long as you don't go into those bars, then you'll be all right. But because of the crowd that was there, all the doors were open, and just walking down the street, you still see all of the nudity that's going on inside the bars. We would come upon groups of people that would find a young woman, and they would be throwing beads or bead necklaces at her, in the hope that she'd pull up her shirt and expose herself. I mean, it was just all the stuff that was going on. You could almost feel the negativity and the evil that was in the air. Our group went around a corner, and it was kind of dark, and there was a man sitting there dressed all in black, and he had these fortune-telling cards and a little candle sitting on a table. And I'm going to tell you, if I'd have been standing there by myself, I'd have probably turned and run the other way. There were about a dozen state troopers there, and I felt almost safe, but it's still to see all that eeriness in that dark alley with that person sitting there in black and waiting to tell someone's future. It was a place that I did not enjoy being. I guess I'm glad I had the experience to see what it was like, but I don't ever want to go back. Just not a good company to be in. Well, my name is Richard Coleman, and I'm the pastor at Shepherd Church of the Nazarene in Lexington, South Carolina, and it's great to spend just a few moments with you today. I've been looking in the Gospel of Luke, and I come to the place where Jesus is going to choose another disciple. And of all the people that he would choose, he chose a tax collector. This would have been a Jewish person that is working for the Roman government, and the tax collectors were known for cheating the people and getting extra money. I mean, tax collectors were just hated. I guess on the religious side of things, we would look at them and say they were the worst sinners of them all. But Jesus went to Matthew and he said, I want you to follow me. Matthew made the decision to follow Jesus. And then Matthew did something that was very, in my eyes, commendable. In the eyes of the religious leaders of that day, it was a terrible thing. But Matthew decided to have a get-together at his house and introduce Jesus to his friends and co-workers. Well, Matthew's friends and co-workers were other tax collectors and people that probably didn't necessarily follow the religious laws. And looking from the outside in, the religious leaders, they saw Jesus in there having a meal with all of these sinners. And they were just very judgmental about that. The more I think about that, of course, Jesus made a statement that kind of set them straight. He told them, he said, it's not the well people that need a doctor, it's the ones that are sick. And so therefore the people that need salvation, the ones that need forgiveness, are the ones that are sinning. And so Jesus was saying, there's a reason why I'm here. But I think about Matthew's part of that, and it would be easy to say, well, Matthew really messed up getting Jesus into that crowd. Matthew should have used better judgment, but I think Matthew did the right thing. Matthew called the people that were closest to him, and he said, I want you to meet someone that is very near and dear to me. And you know, that's what we really need in our society today, is for people to be able to say, you know, I've got people that are out there on the edge, people that are living sinful lives, people that are not doing the right things, ones that don't dress to come to church, ones their speech would not be good in church. But you know, those are the people that need to meet Jesus. And oftentimes we have a tendency of saying, oh, well, I can't invite them to church because they may say something that would embarrass me, or they might be dressed in a way that that would be an embarrassment to my family. But really, those are the people that if they are willing to come and meet Jesus, they are the right people that we would need to invite. I think about Jesus when he called his disciples, particularly the ones that were fishermen. He told them, he said, I want you to stop being regular fishermen, and I want you to start being fishers of men. And it makes me realize what Jesus was trying to say. He was saying, if you will go out and catch them, I will be the one that will clean them. You see, it's not our job to try to get our friends and relatives in shape to come to church to meet Jesus. All we need to do is get them there and let Jesus do the rest. So if they don't talk the way we want them to, or dress the way we want, or act the way that we wish they would, that's an okay thing. Our job is to invite them. Jesus' job is to do the rest. Well, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. May you truly be on the lookout this week for someone that you can invite to meet Jesus. Thanks for taking the time and viewing today.